Hell, you could say that 10,000 times and it still wouldn't be enough.
It fires me up, man.
I love it. Say it one more time.
Shake it back!
Does that feel good?
Yeah, it rhymes. They're both verbs.
But let's look at the best drafting team for 2022.
Yeah. So I'm making a case for the Jets here. This O-line is actually pretty damn talented. Like, George Fant was not a problem the last 2 years. They added Laken Tomlinson from San Francisco. So you got that Mike LaFleur offense coming from San Francisco. He's bringing one of his guys. It's a year later, but he's bringing one of his guys. Laken Tomlinson knows the scheme. He knows that wide zone that they like to run, and he's an athletic guard who fits it. That's huge. McGovern at center was solid last year. Elijah Vera Tucker.
This is the other McGovern.
Yeah. This is the one that's been with the Jets for a few years now. Vera Tucker put together a nice rookie year. First round pick last year. Very good offensive guard. Mekhi Becton's the big question here, but they got it because who knows if he's going to play or not. He played 4% of the snaps last year. He's supposedly over 400 pounds. I just
his rookie year, like when he got his hands on, I've never seen a rookie manhandle somebody like I talked about Rashawn Slater a lot on this podcast last year about how much I was just in love with Rashawn Slater. Mekhi Becton was everything of that and more. But, I mean, couldn't stay on the field. It seems like he's got some issues with just being committed to his craft.
Priorities.
This man, if this man like gets his whatever he needs to do to get back on the field, this is a dude you don't want to cross paths with.
Yeah. Behind him, they have a guy. I can't recall his name, but they do have a guy who's good enough to play. I'm not sure if he's very good, but they can plug him in at right tackle and get by. So they do have a backup plan there. I'll get to Wilson, but they signed CJ Uzomah, who I think I'm actually not that high on that signing. I think they probably paid him a little more money than he needed to get. He's not a guy who has a strong history of production, a little older, but he had a hell of a year last year.
Hey, you look at that talent around him, though.
Yeah. And then Corey Davis on the outside, first-round pick Garrett Wilson, last year's second-round pick Elijah Moore. They got a lot of talent in this wide receiver room.
So Elijah Moore was basically like this year's Jameson Williams. Garrett Wilson was this year's Garrett Wilson. Corey Davis was this year's Drake London. Like, they have the top 3 wide receivers in 2022 draft out there.
Yeah, I'm not as sold as Elijah Moore being Jameson Williams, but
he's not that fast. But
no, he's a slot guy. He's a slot only guy, really. I think.
I like Elijah Moore a lot. I think Garrett Wilson's a nice addition.
Yeah,
I mean, Garrett.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think Moore's a really good slot guy.
Like, Garrett
Is that
Zach
right?
Wilson, yeah, I mean, if I told you, hey, Garrett and Zach are brothers and nothing else, like, you probably think I was telling the truth. Yeah, see, so it's true.
They got your guy Breece Hall in the second round.
Yeah, love Breece Hall. The only thing I don't like about Breece Hall is that I also love Michael Carter Williams that they have. So fantasy
Michael Carter.
Fantasy wise, I don't know what to do here because Breece Hall was going to be like a guaranteed, like, can't miss, like, top 5 running back for me in fantasy football. To now where I'm like, I don't know where he. I love, but like Michael Carter is also going to be a top 10 for me, and now they're on the same team, so I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah. So I think I said LaFleur came from the Shanahan tree earlier, but I don't think that's right. I think he came from the McVay tree. But either way, you look at it, both of those styles, they carve up running back carries a lot. They use the whole room. I mean, it's tough to say you spend a whole lot of capital on either of those running backs this year, just knowing that they have a talented room and who's running the offense.
I think Breece Hall is going to average 18 carries a game.
He might. I mean, he could be right. But I'm skeptical of the
you
coaching
look-
staff's usage of running backs in general.
Yeah, I mean, so when you take a guy like Brees Hall, he had a ton of carries in college, a ton of carries. So either you're looking to gas the tank early, or you're looking to invest in this guy to maybe bring down his carries to less than he did in college and try to extend his career. But why would you do that on a rookie contract? I think they're going to run this dude into the ground, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 18 to 20 carries a game with Michael Carter coming in for little change of pace guy, kind of what he did whenever he was with Pookie Williams at North Carolina, where he was like a third down back, came in a little bit of relief, breather type guy. So I mean, but both these guys can take the top off of defense. They both can run away from anybody, and then throw that on top of Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, CJ Uzama, Corey Davis, and Zach Wilson, who can he's kind of an athletic little Mormon if you really look at the film. So, I mean, this offense could be very fun.
Yeah. I only see one problem with it, and that's Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson had the worst season of any rookie quarterback last year by EPA. He was just, I mean, I have a thought on Zach Wilson where I think he's going to be a guy who hangs around forever because his highlights will be too good to ignore. But I do not know if he will ever be able to play within structure.
And he's got a hot mom.
And that can't hurt him.
Every time they show his mom in the stands, like, oh, he's a franchise quarterback.
So we'll see. I mean, if he can harness his talent into playing within a system, he can be outstanding. I mean, he's got that flick of the wrist arm strength.
I mean, he's got everything.
Just insane. But I'm very scared. I've never seen him succeed within a system, which makes me wonder if he's capable of it.
Yeah, so far we've talked about 3 teams in this division. And all 3 teams were like, this team could be very good. It's all in the quarterback.
Yeah.
Like this could be one of the best divisions in football if the quarterbacks are good. But it can also be one of the worst divisions of football if the quarterbacks aren't good.
I mean, I'll tell you what, I think the Jets defense could be pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, let's start there.
I mean, I think Quinnen Williams is just I don't think he's gotten enough credit since entering the leagues. He's played for the Jets, but he is a monster.
Babyface assassin.
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner. My favorite player in the draft.
He brings A1 sauce with him everywhere, and every time he sees a receiver, he just starts spraying it on him.
Yeah. CJ Mosley, one of the best linebackers in football.
Dude, if you don't know who DJ Reed Jr. is, go look it up. This dude had a monster year last year. I mean, as monster as you can get playing on how bad the Jets were. But he was very good. This cornerback room all of a sudden became one of the better ones in the NFL when they got Sauce because
LaMarcus Joyner,
Reed was already good.
Safety?
No, DJ Reed Jr.
No, I'm saying LaMarcus Joyner at safety though.
Oh yeah, I don't know what to think of Joyner. I mean,
I've always liked him.
Ever since he left the Rams, he's just been kind of meh. So I wonder a little bit there.
I feel like he's just like a spark plug, like gets the people going.
Yeah. So Jordan Whitehead was a nice vet signing that they got that I just realized when I was putting this together, coming in from Tampa. So he brings that championship culture to him. But Salah's going to have this unit steaming. I mean,
Sheldon
he's
Rankins.
A good coach. And he shaved his head, which we appreciate on this show.
Yeah. In solidarity, I'll take my hat off.
Yeah.
For Salah.
Yeah. For Robert Saleh, this is for you. For Salah. I mean, they had a great draft. Adding Jermaine Johnson to this defense is only going to make it better. I don't know how much Carl Lawson has left in the tank, but he's still a good player. He didn't really play last year, but he was a good player last time he was on the field, so that's the only thing I can use to assume that he's still good.
Yeah, Chauncey Gardner, DJ Reed, Garrett Wilson, Jermaine Johnson, Brees Hall. I mean, we talked about it during the draft time, but just absolutely destroyed the draft. It's all on Zach Wilson. It's all on Tua Tagovailoa, and it's all on Matt Jones to chase the beast that is Josh Allen for our last team in the Buffalo Bills. Unless you had
Like,
anything to say about the
literally.
Jets.
No, we could. I was just gonna say I'm not a fan of the over on the wins because it's
five and a-
minus 174.
Yeah,
for
5.5
the
win
so
total.
like, why would I bet that?
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't sprinkle in for the playoffs just because I don't got a ton of faith in Zach Wilson. If you're a Jets fan, I'd do it because it's your team, it's your squad. You got to pull for him. Zach Wilson could surprise us all, but I'm not putting my money on it.
Tell us what we're wrong. Tell us what we're right. Tell us what you think. Let us know. Interact with the boys. And last but not least, don't sleep on the Lions.
Squad.